welcome to another video of Code Wrestling. In this video we are going to learn a strategy design pattern with the help of very simple example, that is simple calculator. Before we start, I will still recommend you to watch its previous video where I have explained this pattern by taking example of famous game Clash of Clans. You can find the link in the description or somewhere at top of the video. So now let's see what is a strategy design pattern. The strategy design pattern defines a family of algorithm, encapsulates each one and makes them interchangeable. It lets the algorithm vary independently from clients that use it. So as per the diagram you can see we have two concrete strategies A and B. This you can consider as a family of algorithm, and then with the help of the context class we can always switch between these two algorithms. So now let's understand it thoroughly with the help of a simple calculator example. But before that, let's learn some of the guidelines. So the first guideline here is take what varies and encapsulate it so it won't affect the rest of your code. So figure out the areas in your code which are going to change and separate them. The result? Fewer unintended consequences from code changes and more flexibility in your system. For example, in your simple calculator you have various operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication. So these operations are changing. Maybe in future you have to implement a new kind of calculation like modulus operator or maybe a logarithmic operator. So these are the areas which are changing and you have to separate it. The other guideline is always program to an interface. But why? So there are some benefits when you program to an interface. So in the first case you can see when we program to an implementation we have to create an object dog d is equals to new dog d dot bark, cat c is equals to new cat c dot meow. But if you try to program it to an interface, then I can just create an animal interface and then dog and cat is this subclasses, and I can write animal is equals to new dog, animal is the reference and dog is the actual class, animal dot make sound, and similarly for cat I can write it as animal is equals to new cat and animal dot make sound. So I don't have to really know whether this dog is gonna bark or this cat is gonna meow. Okay, I can just write animal dot make sound. So in case in future if we have a new animal like lion, then what I can do, I can just make animal is equals to new lion, animal dot make sound, irrespective of knowing that whether the animal is gonna roar or it gonna bark or it gonna meow. So that's why we have some benefits of programming to an interface. So now let's start implementing our simple calculator. So the most simple way to design a calculator would be just to create a simple class, then have a main method, and inside that declare your two variables, number 1 and number 2, then your choice of operator, then just a result, and in the switch case you define whether you want to do addition, subtraction, multiplication or division, and simply calculate the result and print it. But is it a good code? So well, you should always try to avoid switch cases and also if else conditions. And even in future, let's say there is a new operator modulus, then what you have to do, you have to add a new case and then you have to implement it. So in case a new requirement comes, then you have to modify your code again and again. So now let's learn a better way to design our code by following some of the principles which we have learned.
So yes guys, after redesigning, this is my final output, only this much line of code. There are no switch cases at all. So I'll tell you that how I have done it. So first of all, what I will do, I will create an interface that says iCalculator, and in the iCalculator we have a method definition that is calculate, which takes two number and does the calculation, and you never know what operation it could be, either addition, multiplication, division or modulus, you never know about it. Then we have the implementation. In the implementation class you have addition, division, multiplication, subtraction. So in the addition, what we did, we created an addition class which is implementing the iCalculator, and then public table calculate num1 and num2, it is calculating the addition. Similarly we did for division, it will implement iCalculate interface. Then we have a new method defined, public double calculate, so it's going to divide it and return it. Same way we have for multiplication and we have for subtraction, num1 minus num2. So this is very clear. We created an interface and then we created the class, and then we are going to implement those interface. So this much part is very similar to what we are seeing in this diagram. You had an interface and then you have family of algorithm. Now what is this context class? So let's see. So we created another context class, and in this context class what we did, we just created a reference of iCalculator. Now in the constructor we have some operation coming. It could be either addition, multiplication, division, subtraction. We just assigned our calculator to this operation, and then we will just execute. And what it's gonna do, calculator dot calculate. If you remember from where this calculator is coming from this iCalculator interface. So we have assigned whether this iCalculator could be either addition, or it could be a subtraction, or it could be anything. It is following our second principle, that is programming to an interface. So that was all about our context class. We will go to our main class, that is program class. We write static void main, number 1, number 2. Now what we did, we created a new object, context my calculator is equals to new addition operator, and thus what we did, result is equals to my calculator dot execute number 1 comma number 2, and it will give us the result. So let me just run this, and here we have our output, that is result is 5. So now in case if I want to subtract it, that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just write a new function, that is subtraction. And if I'm gonna run it now, then result is -1. If I have to divide it, if I have to multiply it, then I have to do is multiplication, and then again just run it, and the result is 6. So yeah, that's how we have avoided using switch cases with the help of a strategy design pattern. Now in case if I want to add a new functionality, let's say modulus, so what I will do, I will create a new class modulus that implements this interface iCalculator, and I'm going to just define it as num1 modulus num2, and in the program.cs I will just call that method. Well, you can now object it by saying that every time we need a new operator, we have to change this. New multiplication, new addition, new subtraction. So yeah, you can get rid of it. You can make it in such a way that if the user types plus, then it will automatically take addition operator. If the user types minus, then it can take subtraction or anything you want. But one design pattern could not cover everything. So that's a part of some other design pattern. So stay tuned with us for learning something new. So congratulations on learning your first strategy design pattern. Just one tip over here, always prefer to use a has a relationship over is a relationship. In case if you don't know about it, I will explain it in some other video.
So thank you so much guys for having patience and staying till the end of the video. It really took a lot of effort to make this video. If you like my work and the way I explain, then please support our channel. Do like, subscribe, share and comment. Also, if you never want to miss any new video from us, then don't forget to hit the bell icon. You can visit us at www.codewrestling.com or write to us at codewrestling@gmail.com. Join us on Instagram and Telegram channel. Till then, happy learning!